Hey guys, this is Jonas. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make viral AI YouTube shorts. Now to get a better understanding, these are the exact same videos we are going to make today. Let me play the video. Now this video was 100% AI generated, and as you can see, this channel alone has generated over 750 million views in the last 30 days. And if we do the math, even with an extremely low RPM of 3 cents, they are making well over $20,000 per month. But before I show you how to actually make these videos, I want to answer 3 common misconceptions when it comes to AI content. Many people think AI is not monetizable, but this is completely wrong, because if you take a look at the channel, you can see in the left corner that they have activated their paid memberships, which means they're 100% monetized. And I can also guarantee you that AI content is monetizable when you do it the right way with the system I'm about to teach in this video. Now the second misconception is I will be limited with what I can do. But this is also not correct, because when it comes to creating content with AI, there are basically no limits and you can create anything that you want. It's also the complete opposite, because you don't rely anymore on other people's content, because you can basically create your own footage with a few prompts and minutes. And the last misconception is people will not watch the videos because they know it's AI. But this is also false, because if you go into the comments in one of their most recent videos, you can see all the people in the comments are talking about the video and nobody's recognizing that this content is AI generated. Now if you don't know who I am, my name is Jonas. I've been doing Faces YouTube Shorts for over 2 years now, and I run this channel that makes over $450,000 per year. And I will also prove to you that this is real, because if I go into the settings and then show here the currency as US dollar, close the page and refresh it, you can see the currency is still the same. But this is not the only channel I'm running. I also started this channel here, and in the last 90 days it made almost $17,000. And I will also prove to you that this is real, because if I go into the settings again, and as you can see here, currency US dollars is selected, close the page and hit a quick refresh, you can see the currency is the same. But keep in mind, I run even more channels that generate me daily cash flow. But without further ado, I'm going to show you now the full workflow from finding the video idea to creating a completely AI generated YouTube short using the 2 most powerful AI tools, Claude AI and Higgsfield. Now the first thing we want to do is analyze his channel and see which video ideas are working for him and which aren't. But we're not gonna do it manually, we're gonna let AI do the work. To do this, we're gonna use Claude AI and the vidIQ Chrome extension. So make sure you're signing up to Claude and create an account, and also make sure to install the vidIQ extension. So just click here, install Chrome extensions, and go through all the steps. Now the next step is gonna be copying the channel ID. To do this, click here on More, scroll down, click on Share Channel, and then copy channel ID. Then you want to go back into Claude, click here on the plus, click on Connectors, you scroll down a little, then add from vidIQ for Claude, and then competitor breakdown. And here you want to paste the channel ID which is copied. And then you want to click add prompt. Now it's gonna create this, and you just click here on the orange button. Now this process might take a few minutes, so don't stress. Now it has finished doing the complete breakdown and given us a lot of information about the channel. I went through all the information, but for me this is the most important here, because here Claude and vidIQ gave us the reason why this channel is succeeding, and basically all the video ideas that are working for them. But before diving deeper in the video ideas and how we can actually create our own original video ideas, I will show you the whole workflow on how to actually create these videos. Now I will show you this based on his most viral video on the channel that got over 150 million views, and we are basically gonna recreate the video idea but in our unique style. Now what I noticed throughout his videos, he always has a few characters throughout the whole scenery. So for example here we have like an airplane scene where you see like a military woman, then here a man and a baby. These are 3 characters we're gonna have to create then with AI. And as we go more into the video, we see there's also a flight attendant, so we also have to keep an eye on that and also create a flight attendant. Now to actually get things rolling, you want to install Claude to your desktop. So make sure to just go into claude.com and download here Claude. Then it should look something like this, but we're gonna have to do another thing, because we need to install the Higgsfield MCP here into Claude. Now to do this, go into higgsfield.ai/mcp, copy here this URL, go back into Claude, go here in the left corner, click on your name, go into settings, and then you want to go into connectors, add a custom connector here, just name it Higgsfield and paste here the MCP, click on add, and the MCP is gonna be connected. Now after Higgsfield is installed in your Claude, we are finally ready to go. Now the first thing we need to do when creating these videos is creating our AI avatars. There are different methods to create your own AI avatar, but I'm gonna show you the quickest and the best. Go onto Pinterest and create a fresh account, and then you want to search up the characters we're basically using for our video. Now if we take a look at his video, he's used like a kind of middle-aged woman and middle-aged man. So we are now searching here on Pinterest for like middle-aged man or middle-aged woman. Now I aimed here for a 30-year-old woman, and we're gonna pick now one for our video. After a little bit of searching, I came across this picture here, and we're gonna use that. So we're just gonna download it. Then we're also gonna search for a 30-year-old or 35-year-old man. We're gonna take this guy. So we're also gonna just download it. And we're still gonna need a baby and a flight attendant. So I'm also just searching basically all the characters that I need. Now the next step is gonna be creating new original variants of the people that we found, because we can't just use these faces on our videos. Now to do this, we're gonna put one picture into Claude and then give it this prompt. Give me a very detailed JSON prompt for this picture, and you're gonna hit enter. Then you let it load, and it's gonna give you a very detailed JSON prompt about the picture, so we can recreate it with AI, and we will not face any restrictions of using real humans. Now after it gave you this massive JSON prompt, you're just gonna copy it here, you're gonna paste it in here, and you're just gonna write create me a picture using this prompt, do me all these images with Nano Banana Pro, quality 4K and 9:16. And Claude will now create an image using the Higgsfield MCP directly here in Claude. And as you can see here, Claude created us now our own AI avatar. Now you want to do this step for all your characters, so I will also be doing it right now. Now Claude finished all the work, and these are our 3 characters. This is the woman, the baby, and the flight attendant. So we're gonna just download the picture and save it somewhere on the PC. The next step is gonna be creating the scene. So basically we want to create like this angle here, kind of in the airplane with the woman, the man, and the baby. Kind of also create the same scene, but in our own unique style. Now to do this, you want to snip out the first frame of the video. Now on Mac, you're gonna have to press Command, Shift, and 4, and you can just snip out here this frame. And we're gonna put the screenshot here into Claude and tell it this. Replace the woman, the man, and the baby with my characters. Also make sure to change the background and the airplane so it has a completely new unique look. But the camera angle should stay fully the same. It should look like a natural angle filmed by a phone. But before we send it, we want to also put our AI avatars in. So we're gonna go into the folder where we saved all the avatars and just drag them here into Claude. Then we're gonna press enter, and we're gonna just let it run. So Claude is now creating a new scene with our characters, but with the same kind of proven concept of the camera angle, and it's like naturally filmed, but in our unique style and in a new version. Now it finished generating, and we definitely have now a unique version, but I'm also gonna make some more changes. For example, I would change the clothes of the man and the baby and also the people in the background. So I'm just gonna type in what I basically want. Now after some adjustments, this is our final result for our first frame for the scene. But now to actually make a video out of this image, we're just gonna click here on animate, and now we're gonna tell it what exactly should happen in the video. It's not gonna become more complicated than that. Now if we take a look on how he did the video, we can see he started out the video with just like a movement of the woman, and then there's like the kick, and the milk bottle gets like spilled. So we're just gonna tell it basically to Claude what we exactly want to have. Now for the sake of this video, we're just gonna recreate this, but make it like our unique own version, just to show you guys the whole process behind making these videos. So now I'm gonna just tell it what exactly should happen in the video. The woman should put her finger to the mouth, pretending like to be quiet to the guy that is filming her. During that, she also should smile. Then she kicks the man in front of her on her elbow while having a serious look. The man, as a result, spills the baby milk all over him and also in front of him on the floor, and is having a shocked face doing that. And we're gonna also give it this prompt here. Use Kling 3.0 Turbo. I want quality to be 720p and 916. Clip should be max 6 seconds. Make sure it's realistic, human motion, nothing fake, nothing cinematic at all. Now if you want all of the prompts I use for this workflow right here to achieve the best results possible, make sure to DM me on Instagram the word prompt, and I send it over to you for free. But now we're gonna send it, and we're gonna basically see it animate our scene here and cook up our entire clip. Now it finished generating, and this is now our video. If we take a look, the video is pretty decent, but it's definitely not perfect yet. So we're gonna add a few prompts to make it even better. What I don't like is the motion here in the beginning. It's like she holds her finger way too long, and the splash here should also be way more realistic. So we're also gonna tell it to make it more realistic. Now here's our new version. And I feel like this turned out way better and even more realistic. I basically just told Claude to make the woman hold her finger only for like a second or even like half a second. And the splash should have not any delay and even be more realistic. And I think this is a pretty good hook for our video. Now the next step is gonna be creating all the other scenes and all the other actions that are happening in the video. So here the next scene would be this one. It's basically the man putting the baby bottle away and then grabbing some tissues and basically cleaning himself. And the woman puts here her feet back up and he puts it gently down. Now to have that consistency throughout our whole scene, we're basically now gonna tell Claude that it should use the end frame from our scene and then create with the end frame our new video. The prompt should be something like this. Now generate me a second video with the end frame of the video you just gave me, but the characters should do this. So you basically tell it to take the end frame of our video that we just generated to have that consistency throughout the video, because that is very important on these videos, to not make it look like slop and to make it actually realistic. And then I just told it the actions again. So the man puts the baby bottle to the side on his seat and grabs from their tissues to clean all the milk that's spilled. The bottle putting away should be very short, max 1 second, and the cleaning should be 2 to 3 seconds. The woman should spy on the left side of the seat looking curious, but during his cleaning, like 2 seconds into wiping, the woman in the back puts her feet up again and laughs again. Actually, let's make her puts her feet up on the seat again, but doesn't kick this time, and laughs again, but the man just softly reacts to it and gently puts her leg down. We're just gonna send it again. We don't have to give it another prompt, because the more we feed it now knowledge and basically what we want, the smarter Claude gets. So we don't even have to give it like the prompts we got it before, because Claude already knows what it should be doing. So we're just gonna send it. Now this is what it generated. As you can see here, it's okay, but definitely not perfect. So we're gonna make some adjustments again. For example, I think this part here is good, where he puts away the bottle and then grabs the tissues. And the woman also here looking curious. I think this is very nice. Here the laughing should be like more serious and like evil in a way, in my opinion. And we also have to make like the duration a little bit longer of the video. So we're just gonna tell it Claude basically again. So every time when you generate like a video and you're not fully satisfied with the video yet, you're just gonna tell Claude the flaws that you don't like and it's gonna fix it. So now basically just told it video is good, but the woman should laugh more evil, and make the scene or like the video also 9 seconds so we can fully see the man putting her foot gently down. So now it generated this. As you can see, still not fully perfect with the foot thing here, because she puts not her foot fully up. So we're just also gonna tell Claude to fix that, and then the video is perfect. So I just tell it the woman should put her foot fully up, not just half up like she did now. And the man should also grab her foot and gently put it down. Gonna send it again. Now it finished, and this is how it looks now. Keep in mind that you can always make edits afterwards, and even if there are like parts that are not good in the video that generated, you can always cut them out in the editing and basically only take the good parts. Now I hope you have an understanding on how to actually make these videos. It's basically always the same process. I will also not go further into this process because it's basically always the same then. After you generate your first video, you always use the end frame. So it matches then perfectly to your next scene, and you're gonna just repeat this process until you have your full video. But this is basically the full process on how to make these videos. Now I generated a video like this already in the past, and this is the full version I created. Now, when it comes to editing these types of videos, I also want to leave you with some source here, because first of all, the guy that I showed you, this guy I showed you, is basically always using like some AI generated sounds, basically his own audio that he also generated with AI. Now, I personally find it way better to use trending audio in your niche. So for example, here in the wholesome niche, there are tons of audios that you can use that are currently trending and that are not these AI type of audios. So that's when I am doing these videos, I'm using an original audio to make it even more unrecognizable, because when you use like this type of AI audio, people might spy on that and find out that it's actually AI. But if you just blend in with the usual trending sounds, it's really hard for people to find out that your content is actually AI generated. When it comes into editing these videos, you see it from this channel. The editing is very simple, so they only have like a few arrows or circles. Here, for example, they only use the circles. And then they always have like the big reveal with the text in the end. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't do the same. And I would use the editing styles that fit to each video. For example, here in this wholesome niche, there are different types of editing styles you can do. So you can use either this basic editing style with just having like a voiceover explaining actually what's going on. So you just explain your AI generated video about what is happening. Or you're gonna use the editing style that I teached in my last video with like this text commentary style. This also can fit very good to these types of videos. And there's also another editing style that is a little bit more advanced and more high quality. And it's this editing style with like glowing captions and also explaining with text commentary what's going on. And you can also use here voiceover if it's needed. This is also a style that can really work on these videos. But lastly, after I now showed you how to recreate these types of videos and how you can actually make them completely from scratch, I now want to show you how you can find your own unique viral ideas using this system. You basically go back into the Claude chat we created in the very beginning, where we made like the breakdown with vidIQ about the channel, and then you give it this prompt here. Now I already did it, but I just show you. Now give me 10 different video ideas that I can do that are original and unique, that have all the proof systems of this channel, but are, as I said, original. Now I went through all the ideas, but I wasn't fully satisfied yet, because I wanted to find like a different idea similar to the airplane concept. So I just told it, give me like a video idea with the airplane concept. And then it actually gave me 10 another unique ideas. And here I found a very interesting one. For example, here the one with the, actually it gave me 6. It gave me one with a window shade. So it's basically like not putting the foot up there and then the man spilling like the bottle, whatever. It's just basically the window shade. Also like a conflict. So like the proof of concept that like the other channel has, with like this airplane conflict, and then it's like a heartwarming surprise. So here it gave us a fully unique video idea that we can now use. Now just to quickly explain how you then can execute a video idea like this. Basically you copy the video idea, you just paste it here in again, and you just tell it to give you more like a detailed story. Give me a detailed story about this video idea. The video should be max 30 seconds, because I looked and the airplane videos from the channel I showed you before are normally like 30 seconds. So I just tell it, yeah, should be max 30 seconds, and it should give me context for every second happening in the video. And it's basically gave me here a completely new story, also with like a context for every second happening in the video. Now keep in mind, I'm pretty sure when it finished generating, you will have to look through all of it again. But what's very nice is it takes a lot of thinking away from us and already gives us like a new kind of unique idea that is already proven to work, because it has all the background knowledge from the full breakdown we did before with vidIQ. And it also gives us here like different people, whatever. We can always also adjust them. That is the very nice thing about the AI stuff. You can basically create anything how you like it. That is very nice. But here it gave us like second by second a prompt for that. We still have to look through it, but I see like the potential with this video idea, because we have like the proof of concept with like this conflict on a plane, but it's like a different conflict, and then the heartwarming reveal. Now when you then want to execute actually this video idea, it's the same process again. So you find all your characters and you also create your scenery. Now my advice for you is to always take a reference for the scenery, to not just let AI create the scenery. So you always have like your reference characters with the method I showed you before, and you also create like your scenery, like your background and all that stuff, also with kind of a reference. So if you're either using like an image from like your competitor, as I did, or you're using just like a random picture picture from like Pinterest of like the scenery you want to have, and then you can always create your own unique scene. Also keep in mind that you can target any niche with these type of AI generated content, because as I said before, the options are limitless. But with that being said, you always have to be very carefully with selecting the niche, because AI content still has some flaws. For example, if you want to recreate like sports videos or that type of stuff where there's like a fast motion happening, it's really hard for AI to make it look realistic. So always make sure that you have like videos with slower movements, for example like this wholesome stuff works pretty good, so you're not gonna have to deal with all the flaws that AI content has right now. So with that being said, if you are still taking the same saturated content from other people and getting stuck in the 30k view jail, you're fighting an uphill battle, because there are people out there creating the most engaging high retention content with AI that completely outperforms all of your channels. So if you're trying to make consistent money with YouTube Shorts and don't want to miss out on this AI opportunity before everyone starts posting AI content, now is the time to get started. That's exactly what me and my students are doing right now, because AI is the future and the future is already here. You can click the first link in the description to learn more about working directly with me one-on-one. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I see you in the next one.